Hi, welcome to California Cooking. On today's episode, we take you to a traditional Japanese restaurant, and it's part of the Chateau Marmont on Sunset Boulevard, and it is creating quite the buzz here in LA. Then I show you how to make a quick and easy weeknight meal, chicken enchiladas, using a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. And Chris Burrous takes us to a spot that has the best shawarma, falafels, and gyros. I'll show you where it is. First up, we're going to introduce you to a restaurateur from New York City who made her way to the West Coast and opened up a spot called Chateau Hanare. It's part of Chateau Marmont, and it's delicious. I'm with Reka Alexander in her beautiful new restaurant on the Sunset Strip. It's called Hanare. How are you? It's so
Good.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So this place represents, it seems, so much to you because of your culture, your heritage,
Right.
and even the word Hanare.
Yes.
That means something.
Yeah, it means a little cottage away from the main building.
Right.
And this is exactly what it is. It's part of the Chateau Marmont.
To be here in Los Angeles, because you live in New York City and you have a really fabulous restaurant there in the West Village, now to be in Los Angeles
Yes.
and associated with Chateau Marmont, what does that mean to you?
I'm so excited to be in Los Angeles. And especially at the Chateau Marmont, we share so many clientele. So many of our clientele stay here, visit here, so.
Right. What do you think it is about your restaurants that people love, especially A-listers?
The West Village is like full of celebrities. So naturally, they started coming, they started talking about us, and they spread the word, and I got lucky. I had no clue.
Really?
No.
Was that your first restaurant?
Yes, yes. First job, actually.
Ooh, I want to talk to you about Martha Stewart.
Okay.
Because Martha Stewart loves you, loves your restaurant, and she's tough, a tough critic. So what is Martha like when she comes to your restaurant?
She loves sake.
That's why we love Martha, because she likes to have a good time. I was reading, you didn't want people to assume that Japanese cuisine is just sushi and tempura. There's so much more.
Right.
And you want Hanare to feel like a traditional home?
I want our guests to feel like, oh, I'm taking a quick trip to Japan.
Okay, so I would love to see how you make your famous tofu and whatever else you want to show me. Reka, I'm excited. I would never thought I'd say I'm excited to make tofu, but I am because like you said, I've had it. I've had authentic tofu at a Japanese restaurant, and it is life-changing. It's completely different
Yes.
than anything many of us have had before. And easy.
You're gonna be surprised.
Yay, okay, show us what you do.
This is the organic soy milk. We're gonna bring it up to 57 degrees.
Celsius, like 133 degrees Fahrenheit. We looked it up. I did not know that off the top of my head. Now, do you have to do the constant stirring?
Yes.
This is actually relaxing, just to
Okay,
kind of
so we
stir.
can stop.
So you only went up a degree or two in temperature.
And we're gonna move it to this square container.
Look at that, Reka. You didn't spill a drop.
Yes.
Good.
So now we're gonna bring it down to 56 Celsius. So it has to be a square container because
Really?
if you use the round one, it keeps going.
Yep, you're
So
right.
when
It
you-
hits a side, so it can't
Right.
do the swirl.
So when you use the square one, you can stop the movement, which is very important. So now the temperature went down to 56. You have to stir it, and you gotta have this movement. You have to keep it going. And then we put this nigari, magnesium chloride.
Okay. And I heard that's something that's kind of derived from seawater, like a
Yes.
salt.
Essentially,
right?
yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Then you stop.
It's like magic.
And cover this with saran wrap and leave it for 15 minutes.
That's it, 15 minutes, and then you have fresh tofu. And leave it out, you don't refrigerate, just on the counter.
Be like this
Beautiful.
for 15 minutes.
Okay, our tofu is done.
It's ready.
15 minutes is all it took. Okay, now it's in the bowl, and you have these beautiful sauces. Is that how you top it? And what's in there?
So I'm gonna pour some warm soy milk.
And is this served as a side, a main course? How is this served?
Typically in the beginning. This is the sauce for the tofu, wari joyu, which is the combination of soy sauce and dashi. Here we are.
Thank you. Oh my, it's so soft. It's like a little pillow.
It's like a custard.
It is like a custard.
Like a dessert.
Oh my goodness. That is so comforting. And it's literally like air. When you put it in your mouth, it immediately just kind of melts.
Yes.
It's so nice. I'm gonna make it and think of you. Okay. And I'm gonna stir, and I'm gonna do all the Reika things and make it at home. It's so lovely. You had said that you have the best desserts in LA. Your pastry chef is amazing.
Yes.
And this dessert is stunning. What do we have? What is it?
So we have a chocolate tart with Yamazaki Kokuto ice cream. The ice cream is homemade.
Homemade. And there's whiskey in the ice cream. Hence the bottle. Some of the choices of whiskey here. Okay, so the cocoa nibs too, and the little drizzle is...
It's a kokuto, which is the Okinawan sugar syrup.
Oh my gosh, okay. I'm going in. It's... Yeah, look at what's happening here. It's just a molten, chocolatey. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I know why Martha Stewart likes it. That is boozy ice cream.
Yes, yes.
That is so decadent. This is so delicious. Reika, you are just delightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I have the best time. Hanare, you have to come because it is as special as this lady right here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I had the best time with Reika. She is so much fun, and I got to taste another really delicious menu item. Go to ktla.com to check it out. Coming up, Chris Burrous takes us to the best gyro and shawarma spot. Just looking at these sandwiches makes my mouth water. Then, does Levi like it? It's a toasted penne with braised cabbage and goat cheese. But does he like it? But first, I take you in the kitchen to make my chicken enchiladas. It's a really quick, easy weeknight meal. I'll show you how to do it. I always try to work veggies into our weeknight meals, and that's exactly what I did with these chicken enchiladas. They are super easy, and I've got a little secret. I just went and got a rotisserie chicken. It's so easy. Check it out. I love Mexican food. It is my favorite. I eat Mexican food 4 times a week. I know this isn't authentic chicken enchiladas, but this is a cheat, I guess you could say, because I just buy the store-bought rotisserie chicken that I get at my West Hollywood pavilions. And, you know, I really assemble just some ingredients that you have in your pantry. The one thing I do like to do is make homemade enchilada sauce, because I just think it tastes better. A lot of times when I get it out of the can, I thought it tasted kind of tin canny, so that's the one thing I do. And it's pretty simple. I found this is kind of a combination of a couple of recipes I saw online, and I, kind of boiled it down to make my own. So basically, a can of tomato sauce, plain pureed tomato sauce, and then this chipotle and adobo is that's my everything. I go through one of these in a week. Very spicy. So this depends on how spicy you and your family like it. I like it pretty spicy. If Levi's eating it, maybe not so spicy. So I'm gonna start with 2.5 teaspoons. Chili powder, and not, the spicy chili powder. This is just more of the chili flavor without too much heat. So I'm gonna put about a heaping teaspoon in there. Cumin. A heaping teaspoon of cumin. I'm gonna put in there. Gonna do some garlic, and I could have started by sauteing the garlic and olive oil first and then do all this, but again, I'm cutting corners here and there. You could also just do garlic powder. That would be fine too. I don't bother chopping it too fine. And another thing I do is you could buy chicken stock, but there's a little bit of chicken juice at the bottom of the rotisserie chicken, and I just go ahead and I put that in there, and then we stir it up. So I bring it back to the stove, simmer it 15 minutes or so. For the enchilada filling, my trusty rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. I love these, I use them a million different ways, but it's, why roast a chicken when you can just do this? So I use basically just the white meat, and I like to peel the skin, and then we just shred it. One of those meals that you really can do for pretty inexpensive because you can stretch the chicken and you add black beans and the tortilla, and a little bit of chicken goes a long way. Now, making the enchilada filling. So I take a good-sized bowl. You want to be able to mix everything in. You put your chicken, and I take a can of black beans and I drain them. So I rinse them and I drain them in a colander. I'll just add the whole can. I take a little sour cream. I love sour cream, and I try to use it whenever I can. A couple of teaspoons just to give it a creamy consistency, and then we get the cheese. And I get a blend. This is a blend of Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso quesadilla, and asadero cheeses. So I'm gonna add some to the mix. And before we mix it up completely, I also bought some frozen corn. And I just like the little burst of sweetness you get when you add it. So as long as everything's coated with a little bit of the sour cream, I'm happy with that consistency. So it seems like it would be dry right now, but when you combine it with the enchilada sauce, it's not dry anymore. All right, there we go. Now it's time to assemble the enchiladas. And what I did is I took the corn tortillas. I get the white ones, you can get yellow, whatever you like. Put them in the microwave for 30 seconds so they get nice and loose and pliable so you're able to roll them. And it's a messy job, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta get your hands dirty for this one, but it's quick, and then once you pop it in the oven, you know, it's 1-2 dishes that get messy, not too bad. So the enchilada sauce is done. You basically take your corn tortilla and you dunk each side so that it gets covered in the enchilada sauce. And then I put it on my board and I fill it with the mixture. And you don't want too much, you want just enough so that you can roll it. You roll this little baby and you want the crease side down so that it stays together. The enchiladas go into the oven, 350, about 15 minutes, but really it's just until the cheese bubbles because everything's cooked already inside. You just want it to warm all the way through. While the enchiladas are cooking, what I like to do is cut up a bunch of veggies and throw it on top so you don't have to make a salad. A little scallion, green onion, so some radishes. I like radishes for the little crunch. They're a little kind of peppery tasting, and then some chopped tomato. I'm never good at picking out the perfect avocado at the grocery store. It's either too ripe or not ripe enough, so this one, I think, feels pretty good. And then what I like to do is I just, within the flesh here, make some cuts, and then it comes out chopped. And then just some chopped, if you like iceberg, I love romaine because it's always crispy, and then you put that on top as well. And cut a few limes, and you're done. It's been about 15 minutes, chicken enchilada, 350, just when the cheese starts to melt and bubble up a little. And that looks done. Now for the fun part where you top your enchiladas. So I put some of the shredded lettuce. And if you're gonna serve, I mean, it's hot, so obviously it would wilt your lettuce, so you wanna serve it right away, or else wait till your guests arrive. And then we'll do the scallions, and we'll do the radishes, just sprinkle it all over. And then these really luscious, juicy tomatoes. These are so beautiful. And I think the avocado on top. My last thing, if you don't know, my love of sour cream continues. So I'm gonna put a few dollops of sour cream, and I serve some limes on the side, and that's it. Your enchiladas are done. Oh, that's good. A little spicy. What I love about that recipe is that it's in one dish and then you add the veggies on top and it makes it light and feels like you got a salad with your meal. And there was some extra chicken left over, so I went ahead and made a chicken barbecue sandwich with homemade coleslaw. Go to KTLA.com to get the recipe. Coming up, Chris Burrous takes us to a gyro spot that is delicious. And then, does Levi like it? I make him something new. I make him a toasted penne with braised cabbage and goat cheese. But does he like it? I don't know about you, but I love shawarma. Chris Burrous is taking us to a spot that has taken this Middle Eastern dish to a whole new level. They are making homemade bread. Take a look.
From Summer says, meet me for the best shawarma and gyros, so moist and with the best flavor I've ever had at Pita Pockets in Northridge. We're here at Pita Pockets. Let's go inside. Summer, hi, I'm Chris. Nice to see you.
How are you? Nice to see you
Great.
too.
This place smells so good. You ready to order?
It is, yes. So can we get one shawarma?
I'll have the gyro. In the open kitchen, there you go. The rotating spiral of chicken, clearly well marinated. Look at that golden color, dripping wet, so juicy. They do a huge volume here, so each rack lasts only an hour or so. These do not come in frozen. I spotted them making a new rack in the back. The gorgeous gyro, beef, lamb, onions, packed with spices. This is laffa, made from scratch right here. It's bigger and better than pita. You know this as naan bread at Indian restaurants. The bread is slapped inside the tandoori-style oven. Get ready for some bread bubbling action. 1 minute later, and there it is, all puffed up and ready to get stuffed. Hummus goes on, fries in, shave the golden chicken, lettuce, tomato, red marinated onion, dab on the homemade hot sauce, some tahini sauce, and roll it up. Time for my gyro now. Shave off that moist meat, some tzatziki sauce, French fries or rice. I like the fries. Lettuce and onion, tomato, more sauce, and in seconds, it is ready. Summer, these look beautiful. Cheers.
Oh my God, cheers. It's so good. It's the best shawarma and falafel here in the valley. The bread, he make it here, that kind of a bread is very special bread. It's so good.
The chicken is a beautiful color.
Yeah, the chicken is very tender, very good, tasty. And you feel it like it's a fresh, very fresh. He have his special sauce, like he put it. He make it very tasty. So it's so good.
All right, the gyro now. Oh man, the tzatziki is bright. That's just right. And the lamb and the beef, it's like the spices are deep in that. Oh, this is beautiful. Moist, like you said, fresh. And this bread, laffa?
Laffa, yes.
I love this bread. Just look at that. It's just so squeezy. And I just saw him make it right now.
Very fresh.
That spice starts to hit you. And then you get those French fries. I mean, this is a meal, a big meal. Do you finish yours or do you have to take some home?
I think you have to take it some home. It's so big.
All right, total for everything we had here today, $19.59. Don't you love it when you can take out a 20 and you're done? Summer, thanks for tipping us off to this place.
You're welcome anytime. It's so good.
Thanks for watching Channel 5. See ya.
Thanks a lot. It's the best.
Middle Eastern is my favorite. That looks so good. On to Levi Likes It. I make him a toasted penne with braised cabbage and goat cheese. But does he like it this time? Levi, why don't you try your pasta? Do you want pasta?
No,
What do you want?
I want chicken.
You want chicken?
I want chicken.
Will you try it for me at least?
Yeah.
Will you come try the pasta?
No.
It has cabbage. You love cabbage.
No, I don't love cabbage and pasta.
Okay, he didn't like this one, but we'll try again next week. Go to ktla.com to find out how to make my toasted penne with braised cabbage and goat cheese. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you next time. We take you to a traditional Japanese restaurant, and it's part of the place that I can't think of. Popped them in the microwave for 30 minutes so they get kind of
30 seconds, right? Yeah. 30 seconds. Zero. Also, it's this.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at you. She is a very successful restaurateur in New York City, and now she's brought her something. Okay, her. Hey. Hello. Called Chateau Hanare. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Okay. First up, she didn't like her scoop. And I got to taste another really delicious dish. Go to ktla.com. No? I always try to. Yeah. What is that? Is the house shaking?
No, are you serious?
It was me.
Oh, I felt like jiggling. I feel
He
this
doesn't
one.
believe in me.
This one's gonna be good. They make their fresh bread right there. No.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just pick it up.
Oh, Chris, you know how much I love Middle Eastern food. I don't know. I want to get one right now. Okay, take two. I want to get one now. No. Did you like it?
No.
You pour it.
Just a little spill. Oh, coming back for another bite.
Oh.
Now for the fun part where you top your enchilada. Oh. Ooh. Are you gonna join me?
Sure.
Or should I eat alone?
If you allow me.
I will. Hey. Hello. Can I have?
I want a bowl.
I couldn't get enough. And what else? What happened? That's it? Oh.
Okay, nobody's gonna know the
No one knows.
Yeah.
Until we show your outtakes.
Okay. I will never.
Okay.
I never work in the kitchen. Okay.